Rabbi, I would like to study with you. The rabbi says, that's very nice. Beautiful, wonderful, amazing.
Qué bueno, qué bonito.
May I ask what background you have in these secondary books?
Que pudiera preguntarle qué experiencia tienes con estos libros.
The young man says none.
Y responde que ninguna.
I see, says
Bueno,
the rabbi.
bueno, pues sí.
Have you ever studied the commentary of the rabbis,
¿Has estudiado los comentarios de los rabinos?
which is kind of the core of these other secondary books?
Que es algo similar a estos libros secundarios.
No, says the buddy young scholar.
No, esto es respuesta del muchacho.
I see. What of the Torah have you studied,
¿Y de qué de la Torah has estudiado?
and the insights from it?
¿Y qué entendimiento has recibido de eso?
No, he hasn't studied any of those.
No ha estudiado ninguno de esos.
Well, you see, young man, the rabbi starts out.
Bueno, entonces le comienza a explicar al muchacho.
Secondary books are very complex,
Libros secundarios son muy complejos,
like the Talmud, like the Mishnah,
como
like
el
these
Talmud,
other,
como el Mishnah,
like Enoch.
como el libro de Enoch.
They're complex books.
Son muy complejos.
Okay? And may I ask, what makes you think you're ready for such a task?
¿Y qué te hace pensar que tú estás preparado para poder estudiar estos libros?
The young man smiles patiently
Y el muchacho más se sonríe pacientemente.
and says, well, Rabbi, I have a degree from Harvard.
Tengo un título de una universidad muy prestigiosa
And I have a bachelor's degree from another main college.
y otro título secundario de otro colegio muy prestigioso.
You teach, and I am sure that I will be able to learn.
Si tú me enseñas, yo estoy seguro que yo pudiera entender.
I tell you what the rabbi says.
Y el rabino le responde.
I'll give you a test. If you pass the test,
Si lo pasas,
I'll teach you whatever secondary book you want.
te voy a enseñar cualquier libro secundario que tú quieras.
Talmud, the Mishnah, whatever it is.
Talmud, el Mishnah, cualquiera.
If not, then you are going to have to start joining us for Torah class.
Y si no, tú vas a tener que comenzar a juntarte con nosotros para el libro de Torah.
The young man says, that sounds like a splendid idea. Give me your test.
Me parece muy buena idea, responde el muchacho. Dame tu prueba.
How many questions will be in it?
¿Cuántas preguntas va a tener?
The rabbi says, one.
Su respuesta es una,
Just one.
nomás una.
Are you ready?
¿Estás listo?
The young man said, yes.
Después dice que sí,
And the question goes like this.
y la pregunta es esta.
Two men come down the same chimney.
Dos hombres bajan por la chimenea.
One comes out with soot on his face.
Uno sale completamente cubierto, sucio.
The other one, his face comes out clean.
El otro baja limpio.
Who washes his face?
¿Quién lava su cara?
Without even taking a moment to think,
Sin pensar,
the young man says to the man with the dirty face,
dice el muchacho con la cara sucia.
no, the rabbi says.
No, dice el rabbi.
The one with the dirty face sees the one with the clean face and assumes his face is clean.
El que tiene la cara sucia mira al que tiene la cara limpia y cree que su cara está limpia.
Therefore, why would he want to wash his face?
So,
He thinks his face is clean.
¿Por qué quisiera él lavar su cara si él piensa que está limpia?
The rabbi, the young man smiles, says, "Okay, you got me. Give me another question."
Dice, bueno, tienes razón, dame otra pregunta.
Same exact question. Two men go down a chimney. One has a dirty face, one has a clean face. Who will wash his face? Same exact question.
Misma pregunta.
So the young man says his answer was different. It had to be, right? So this
Entonces,
time,
esta vez su respuesta era diferente.
he says, "Okay, the one with the clean face will wash his face," because he's looking at the other guy, so obviously he's going to think they're both dirty and he has to wash his face, right?
Bueno, el que tiene la cara limpia va a mirar al que tiene la cara sucia y va a pensar, pues obviamente tengo que limpiar la cara de los dos.
The rabbi says, "No, that's the wrong answer."
Dice,
The rabbi gives him a different answer.
Otra vez estás equivocado.
And this goes on for a little while.
Y siguen en esa plática por un rato.
Before the rabbi finally says, "Look, when have you ever heard of two men going down a chimney at once? When have you ever heard of this?"
Y luego dice, ¿cuándo has escuchado de dos hombres bajando una chimenea al mismo tiempo? ¿Ah?
You're going all day. Two men go down a chimney. It doesn't happen.
No pasa. Hello.
So, we'll be seeing you in Torah class.
Eso te vamos a ver en la clase de Torah. No era sabio.
The point is that you and I have to make sure that our foundation is solid. Amen?
Tenemos que asegurarnos que nuestra fundación esté firme.
Before we go on to anything else,
Antes que creemos que podemos avanzar a otra cosa.
you know, the beauty of this old joke
La belleza de este chiste viejo,
is that it lies within this Torah portion.
que está entre la Torah, de hecho.
This Torah portion highlights the dealings with sin, the priests, their duties.
Aquí hablamos sobre el pecado y las responsabilidades de los maestros.
It goes over how they should dress in linen,
Cómo se deben de vestir,
and that they should take up the ashes.
y cómo I don't know that word. Ashes.
Ceniza.
Cenizas. Thank you.
That they shall take up the ashes that the fire has reduced,
Las cenizas que la lumbre ha consumido.
and it makes you wonder that, you know, as you and I, we transition from worldly people to godly people.
Y te hace
Right?
pensar en lo que nosotros andamos transitando de gente del mundo a gente de Dios.
That he reduces the amount of ash, right?
Que Él reduce la cantidad de ceniza, ¿verdad?
He reduces the amount of worldliness the further that we walk with him.
Y reduce la cantidad de lo mundano que está en nosotros.
Now they collect the ash, right?
Y la ceniza se colecta, se junta,
But ideally, you would think that the ash is treif, right, or unholy, right?
pero idealmente tú pensarías que la ceniza no es santa, no es santificada.
Why would they collect the ash?
¿Por qué juntarían esa ceniza?
Why would they collect the ash? Why would they collect the ash?
¿Por qué la juntarían?
Give it to him again, sister. There you go.
That's a good question.
Huh?
That's a good question.
We must never forget the lesson of our struggle, right?
Nunca debemos de olvidar lo que
Or
nuestras experiencias,
the sin that we went through or that we had,
o el pecado que teníamos,
now burnt off of us, created in us something new.
ahora quemada, crea algo nuevo.
If you put anything into the fire, it comes out different.
Si pones cualquier cosa en la lumbre, sale diferente.
You and I walking with God,
Tú y yo caminando con Dios,
walking in the footsteps of Messiah,
caminando en los pasos de Mesías.
our lives have to go in and come out different.
Nuestras vidas tienen que entrar y salir diferente.
But in that,
Pero en eso,
through those struggles,
a través de esa adversidad,
through the testing,
a través de la prueba,
we have to remember those lessons.
tenemos que recordar esas lecciones.
Right? We have to take those to heart.
Tenemos que guardarlas en nuestros corazones.
Yeah. A couple weeks ago, the leadership, we had the privilege of going to Robert and Connie's house.
Hace varias semanas tuvimos el privilegio de ir con la casa de una hermana
And they were telling stories of their growth in the
y
kingdom.
andaban platicando de historias de su crecimiento.
You know, and it's those stories, those trials, those times that we hold on to. It's that evidence of ash that shows, hey, you were there, but now you're not. It's
Eso.
burnt away from you.
Son esas historias que dan evidencia, un testimonio de las cenizas que tú puedes compartir con los demás.
The old Christian song, you were lost, but now you're found, right?
Como la canción que estabas perdida pero ahora encontrada.
But were you ever lost, really?
Pero verdaderamente estuviste perdido.
Maybe it's more like Adam and Eve.
Tal vez eran más como Adán y
Where
Eva.
are you?
¿Dónde estás?
Mentally,
Mentalmente.
right?
Amen.
So take that with you. You know, the ash,
Solo que recuerda que la cenija
it's set for you and I to remember,
es para que nosotros recordemos,
not to overlook the struggle that God took us through to get you to who He needed you to be.
no ignorar la adversidad de que Dios usó para traerte donde necesitabas que estar.
If you had never experienced heartache,
Si nunca habías experimentado un corazón quebrantado,
let me put it a different way.
déjame ponerlo en esta forma.
If Yeshua had never witnessed
Si Yeshua nunca hubiera dado testigo,
the lepers,
los leprosos,
the poor,
los pobres,
the broken people,
la gente quebrada,
if he had never experienced that,
si nunca hubiera experimentado ellos,
could he effectively reach them?
pudiera haber efectivamente alcanzados a ellos.
He went into the very streets where they lived.
Él fue a las mismas calles donde ellos estaban,
He went to their very houses
fue a sus casas
and healed them.
y los sanó.
See, it's very often it gets twisted. It's the shepherd that seeks out the sheep.
Muchas veces se tuerce, es el pastor que busca a las borreguitas.
The sheep, if they hear the voice, they come, but other than that, they're
Las ovejas.
lost.
Las ovejas si escuchan la voz vienen, pero si no están perdidos aún.
The shepherds defend the flock.
El pastor es el que defiende al cuerpo
And the flock follows the shepherd, right?
y el cuerpo sigue al pastor.
We know this from Yeshua's words. He says, my sheep, they know my voice.
Mis ovejas conocen mi voz.
I have many sheep in many different flocks.
Tengo muchas ovejas en
They
diferentes
know my
lugares.
voice. You and I are called to be the voice of Messiah
Tú y yo estamos llamados a ser la voz de Mesías,
for all those who don't know.
para los que no saben.
But it's not for you and I to point out the struggle that they're going through.
Pero no es en nuestro lugar de apuntar y condenar a los que están pasando por ciertas cosas.
Or for us to keep a detailed record of descriptions of their sin and iniquity that they're going through.
O guardar una descripción de sus iniquidades que andan ellos pasando.
It's for you and I to be that voice of Messiah and say, there's healing, there's truth, there's love this way.
Nosotros debemos de ser esa voz, decirles, en verdad, hay amor en esta dirección.
We cannot get caught up in the materialism of this life.
No podemos ser captos por lo materialístico de esta vida.
Even though this menorah is over 65 years old,
Aunque esta menorá tenga más de 65 años,
it will too tarnish and fade.
también se va a acabar.
The Torah in that case,
La Torah allí, en esa caja,
over 160 years old.
más de 160 años.
And if it wasn't cared for,
Y si
it
no se
too
cuidara,
would begin to fade.
también se comenzará a acabar.
Ask any of the people who are up here reading the Torah, they'll tell you some of the ink's already starting to fade off of it.
Aún ya se mira que se anda desborrando.
Right? You and I have been given the task of being stewards of His kingdom.
Tú y yo se nos ha dado esa obra de ser, de hacer su obra.
As people come to the kingdom,
Cuando viene la gente al reino de Dios,
as they enter, I want for you to understand that when they come into these doors,
quiero que ustedes entiendan que cuando ellos entran por esas puertas,
the minute they accept Yeshua as their Messiah,
el momento que ellos aceptan a Yeshua como su Mesías,
the ashes of their struggle
la simienza de su adversidad
should be all that's left.
debe ser todo lo que sobra.
We accept them
Los aceptamos
as walking through the fire, clean and holy.
como haber caminado por ese fuego, limpios y santos,
Set apart by Him and His glory.
apartados por Él y su gloria.
Amen?
Amen.
Amén.
I think that one translates all right.
That's a little bit different. Amén.
Okay.
So in Zav, we see an example of the high priest.
En Zab miramos el ejemplo del sacerdote alto,
Peter said that you and I
pero dijo que tú y yo
to be this today,
somos llamados a ser esto hoy,
a holy, set-apart people,
una gente apartada, santificada,
priests of a godly kingdom.
sacerdotes de un reino santificado, santo.
We won't do it by pointing our finger down at anybody,
No lo vamos a lograr apuntando nuestros dedos a nadie,
but we'll do it by going to the very houses,
pero vamos a lograrlo por ir a las mismas casas,
the very areas where broken people are,
las mismas áreas donde la gente quebrantada se encuentra,
and letting them know that there is a God who
y,
loves them.
y dejándolos saber que sí hay un Dios que los ama,
There is a God who can heal them,
sí hay un Dios que puede sanarlos,
who can raise them from the dead.
que los puede levantar de la muerte.
Because look, unless we know God, we are all dead.
Porque mira, aún si nosotros no sabemos, conocemos a Dios, nosotros estamos muertos
And there is no life in us.
y no hay vida en nosotros.
But if you know God
Pero si conoces a Dios
and you walk with
y
Him,
caminas con Él,
then there is life.
entonces sí hay vida.
What do you say in the commands?
¿Qué dijo en los mandamientos?
Blessed are you who take my instruction and do them,
Bendito el que toma mi instrucción y la hace,
for I will give you life
porque yo te daré vida
in the land that you dwell.
en la tierra donde tú estés.
That means anywhere. Here,
Es,
the next place, you will have life wherever you
significa-
dwell.
aquí y en cualquier lugar donde tú estés.
Amen.
So walk with God
Solo que camina con Dios
in His instruction.
en su instrucción.
Remember those struggles that He brought you through. That's like that ash.
Recuerda esa adversidad de que Él te trayó. Es como la simiesa.
It's for us to remember our struggle,
Es para que nosotros recordemos,
but not to live back in our struggle.
pero no vivir en el pasado.
Right? You're no longer there.
Ya no estás allí.
Now you're walking with God.
Ahora estás caminando con Dios.
So whatever you did
Solo que cualquier cosa que hiciste en tu pasado,
yesterday or yesteryear,
ayer o el año pasado,
doesn't matter.
no importa.
You're walking with God now.
Ahora estás caminando con Dios.
Remember what you went through,
Acuerda lo que pasaste,
because you're going to need to use that knowledge to help somebody else who's going through it.
porque vas a necesitar esa experiencia para poder ayudarle a alguien más que tal vez ande pasando por la misma cosa que tú pasaste.
Amen. We're going to have him put a quarter every time he says Oh.
What? I didn't say that.
So
No translation.
remember that the experiences help
Recuerden las experiencias
grow us to who He needs us to be.
que nos ayudaron a crecer a que Él quería que nosotros éramos.
Let's look at it in the Besora portion for this morning.
Vamos a ver en la porción de Besora,
We'll go to Matthew chapter 9, verse 10.
Mateo capítulo 9, versículo 10.
We'll do 10 and 11, that's good.
10 y 11.
All right. Now it happened that when Yeshua was reclining at the table in the house,
Ahora ocurrió que cuando Yeshua estaba en la mesa de la casa,
there happened to be many tax collectors and sinners
habían muchos coleccionistas de taxas y pecadores
that were reclining there with him.
que estaban sentados allí con él.
Wait, what? He wasn't kicking back with the holy people?
¿Qué? ¿No estaba con la gente santa?
No? I mean, so, and it says they're reclining at the table, so they're not just,
Y dice, estaban reclinando, no nomás estaban sentados, estaban como relax.
so they're probably having some chocolate hummus, and maybe, no, I don't think they had chocolate hummus back then.
Cafecito.
So we see a picture of Yeshua going and hanging out with people that had a heart to change.
Aquí tenemos una ilustración de Cristo estando con una gente que tenían un corazón dispuesto de cambiar.
Where does God look at you when He sees you?
¿Qué mira Dios cuando te mira a ti?
Does He look in your eyes?
Te mira los ojos,
Does He look at your hair?
tu cabello,
Does He look at your makeup?
Mira tu-
That's a big
la pintura de payaso que tienes.
He looks for us guys to see how straight our beard is,
Y el
right?
hombre mira nuestros pelitos que tenemos.
Or how low our hair is. Hey, Rami, need a haircut. All right.
Oh, sí, haircuts later. Onek. Yes,
Okay.
Daisy.
So, but no, what does He look at?
Your heart.
¿Qué mira? Tu
Your
corazón.
heart, right? Those who have a heart to change, a heart to do the will of God, a heart that desires the things of God.
Esos que tienen el corazón dispuesto de cambiar, de hacer su obra y servirlo a Él.
Those are who Yeshua went to.
Esos mismos son los a que Él se acercó.
Those are who God is looking for.
Esos son los que Él busca.
And here's a little thing. You may think, well, I might be too hard-headed to follow God.
Tú pensarás, pues tal vez yo soy muy cabezudo para poder servirlo.
That's exactly who he likes.
Es el tipo de persona que él busca.
Because a stubborn person, once they know the truth,
Amén. Yeah.
they won't let go of it. They won't be swayed of it, right?
Wow.
Once you know that Yeshua is your king, you ain't gonna just flow here and there with the wind, right?
Una persona de tal carácter, tan de cabezudo, ya que sepan la verdad y lo acepten, no van a andar cambiando cada rato. Son firmes, fuertes.
Right? God says what? Be hot or what?
Ser caliente o frío, no tibio.
But really, if we really look at that, we need to be hot with God, right?
Si realmente miramos, tenemos que ser calientes.
Because to be cold is kind of just turning the other way,
Porque
right?
frío es ser indiferente.
And then being lukewarm, you just don't know.
Y ser tibio, no sabes, estás perdido. I want to know how many people are hard-headed here.
Hey,
I know I am.
hey.
Oh, okay, sorry.
From a scale from 1 to 10.
Really? All right, sure.
I just
If
amen
you
to
feel
that.
like admitting in front of family that you're hard-headed, slightly raise your hand.
Yes, and I think it's really true what he just said. I'm just like, wow, it just touched my heart.
Both hands.
All right.
Real quick.
We're in good company then, amen?
Amen.
Amen.
We're in good company. So, remember, you are a priest. Don't, Hazan, you ready?
Recuerden que ustedes son sacerdotes.
Don't discount where he brought you through or what he's brought you through.
No ignores a través lo que él usó para traer.
These were all development stages for you and for each and every life that he's going to bring through your journey.
Fueron niveles que él usó para traerte al punto que estás hoy y para la gente que va a cruzar tu paso.
Remember, when you meet somebody, as random as it may seem, it's a divine appointment.
Recuerda que cuando tú conozcas a alguien, aunque tú no mires que hubo ninguna correlación, que fue algo que Dios puso, que tú encontraras con esa persona.
It's a divine appointment.
Es una cita divina.
I'll never forget, I was having a bad day. We were stopped at a traffic light.
Nunca voy a olvidar que cuando un día yo estaba parado en una luz roja, era un día malo para mí.
And I was just internally complaining. And brothers, y'all know about internally complaining. Y'all can complain in here more than out here because it's better in here.
Yo estaba quejándome internamente.
And I don't know that sisters do that or don't do that.
Yo no sé si las hermanas hacen eso o no.
I don't know, but y'all are like perfect, right? So y'all don't do
Son
that.
perfectas ustedes, ¿verdad?
Yeah, so I'm there at the light, and there's a guy with a sign,
Era un hombre con una seña.
and he has, he has one of the signs, and I start to judge him because I'm having a bad
Y
day.
comienzo yo a juzgarlo porque yo no tenía un mal día.
But I think, well, wait a minute. He has nothing to do with my issues. Why am I judging him?
Y lo pienso yo, él no tiene nada que ver con lo que yo estoy pasando, ¿por qué lo estoy juzgando a él?
Well, what right do I have to judge him?
¿Qué derecho tengo yo para juzgarlo?
That's not what I'm supposed to do. That's not what Yeshua did.
No es lo que debo de hacer, no es lo que hizo Yeshua.
So I get a couple dollars and honk the horn, and he comes and he says, oh, thank God, I thought you were, and he says a different religion, right? One that's kind of like opposite of what I do.
Y él se acerca y dice, gracias a Dios, yo pensaba que tú eras de otra religión directamente opuesta a la de nosotros.
And it kind of got me to, snap out of that bad behavior, that stinking thinking, that negative mind frame.
Y en ese momento mi mentalidad cambió.
So even that little interaction,
Aún esa interacción pequeña,
we could say was divinely appointed, because had I gone on throughout that day in that mind frame, I couldn't have delivered or talked as a man of God to anybody, because I had it here, right?
se pudiera decir que aún esa interacción pequeña fue el momento donde cambió todo mi día, que yo no pudiera haber hecho la obra de Dios si no hubiera ocurrido.
Right? So we have to look at each thing that we're doing and how it affects everything.
Solo que tenemos que ver cualquier cosa que hacemos y cómo afecta a todo lo demás.
There was a young man, and he used to be a part of a particular group.
Había un joven que era parte de un grupo particular.
And he decides to go to a club.
Y él decide ir a un club.
I guess cut loose or whatever.
Se quería apartar.
And what he doesn't know is that the people who are around him know him to be saved.
Lo que él no sabía es que la gente de su alrededor conocían que él, según era salvo.
And however he's behaving,
Y en cualquier manera que él se porta,
they're seeing a saved person behave this way
andan mirando a una persona salva portarse de esta forma
and carry on this way. Those were divine appointments.
Eso era una cita divina.
How he behaved in that moment
Como él se portó en ese momento,
either impressed upon those people, hey, I should give this a shot, this lifestyle that he's doing.
impresionó a la gente que tal vez ellos deben de intentar hacer la misma cosa, o sea, dar su vida a Dios.
Or they were impressed, there's nothing special, look, he's behaving like the rest of us.
O fueron impresionados pensando, no hay nada de diferencia aquí.
Amen.
He says for us to be set apart,
Dijo que nosotros debemos ser diferentes,
not set aside.
apartados, no
So don't set yourself aside.
aislados.
Remember your struggles, remember your trials, and think about when you interact with each person that you cross every day.
Entonces pon atención cuando tus pasos, tu camino